What's going on, YouTube? Just wanted to do a quick video. Might not end up being so quick. As you can see on the table, I got a little red, got a little bit of green there, and a bunch of yellow. So I am a DEWALT guy. I've been a DEWALT guy for a very long time. I don't have an issue with the Milwaukees. I like Milwaukee and don't have a problem with Makita at all. I prefer to run everything DEWALT. I've been in their platform for a long time. Got a few different tools here and there on in this platform, and very few in the Milwaukee platform. But very well set up in the DEWALT platform, and that's kind of what I'm sticking to. But I got all these laid out, so just kind of wanted to go down and talk about them a little bit. Starting off with the Milwaukee here. So this is their new version. It's the small, very small impact, sub-impact version, and this is actually my son's. He's 14 years old, and he come at me this summer. He wanted to buy his own impact, and he likes Milwaukee. He likes that red, and so he went with this. Very impressed with it. As far as the RPMs are running at like 32. Or I think this one's like 3,600 RPMs, and then the torque, I got everything written down here. The torque's at 1,700, which is a little low on the torque end of it, but it is an awesome impact for its size. I mean, as you can see, it's very, very small. The weight of this thing is, I got it all written down here. So the weight of this thing with the 2 amp hour battery is right at 2.6 with the battery, and it measures right across from back to the very front there. It measures at 4.4. The only thing I don't like, because this is a new model, and all these other models, they got the quick insert where you can just do it with one hand. This here, I don't like how Milwaukee did that with new model. Everybody's doing that across the board. The quick insert, but they didn't do it with this model. Very small, very lightweight, awesome to use, but as far as the quick insert, that's the only negative I had to say about that one. Coming over to here, this is just an older one that I had. I set it, this one was mine. I used it for a couple of years off and on, but just wanted to set it so a side comparison between the two. I don't know if you can see that, but it's very, this one's a lot smaller than the older model. Now this ain't no Gen 3 or Gen 4 or anything like that. This is just your cheap one. It doesn't have any settings or anything like that, and neither does this one. This one doesn't have any speed settings or anything. But yeah, that's pretty much it right there. As far as weight wise, of course, when you go up on your batteries, this is an 8 amp hour. Look how big that is compared to that 2 amp hour on it. And it's a lot heavier too as well. There's a 5 amp. That ain't too bad. I wouldn't mind packing that around from a day to day. That ain't too bad. But the 2 amp hour battery on it, 2.6 pounds. Man, that's awesome as far as weight and packing around. And if you watch any of my other videos, you'll know I'm about weight in my pouch and weighing it down. So that right there would be a good option for me. But like I said, I'm elsewhere. I'm in another platform. So I'll come back to this one. I want that one to kind of be my last one. Now these here, we'll skip over to the DEWALT. So these here, both of these are the 850s. I got 2 of them. They're the same. Just one's got One's got the smaller power pack. The other one's got the 5 amp hour power pack. This one's the 1.7 power pack. Now, I bought these like right when the 850s came out. Had them for a while, put some wear and tear on them. I really do like them, like the weight. The distance here is not even, it's literally not even 4 inches. It's like 3.97. So just a hair under 4 inches, which is the smallest impact on the market from end to end. It is a little bit more wider. You know, if you look at it, it is a little bit more wider across the top. But as far as lengthwise, you know, this one is the smallest one on the market. 850's been out for a while. Now they got the 860, and then they got just recently the 870 came out. I really do like the thought process they put behind the 870, but I was gonna buy it like right off the bat when it came out. It was just like a month ago, but I didn't want to. I wanted to wait until see if there's any issues with the hydraulic systems and the oil that's in it and all that. I'm just a little concerned about maybe something right here happening and it leaking out that oil that's in that 870. And just wanted to see if anybody, you know, give it a few months, see if anybody's got a problem, watch some YouTube videos and see if I end up wanting to get it, you know, see if let somebody else put some wear and tear on it. Right now I'm still in the 850. Was thinking about getting the 860, but the 860 is man, it's a whole lot of power. You got like 2,500 torque, foot-pounds of torque. As far as RPMs, man, I don't even know right offhand. The 860 is running at like, I mean, it's over 3,000 RPMs. It's got to be at least 32 to 3,600 RPM, somewhere in there. I think maybe even 3,800 on the 860. But this 850, you know, like I said, I got 2 of them. It's running at 3,250. The torque is 1870 or 1825, and that's basic across the board for all these. Well, the majority of these, not all of them, but majority of these DEWALTs, you know, that's basic. You know, that 1825, they, you know, they put out a lot of the brushless models just like that. You know, and going from, you know, for many years, this is the 887. Now, the 887 has been out for a very long time now. We all know it very well, but the 887 is just a little bigger. Across the front, a little heavier, ain't as light as this. And the 870, man, I love it. I got another 870 sitting right here. You know, this one's kind of retired now. It's a little old, wore down. And then I got another 887 right here. So I literally got 3 887s sitting out here. And as you can see, 2 of them are really old and 2 of them are retired. So, yeah, these 2 I have, you know, they just sit in my shop now. And I don't really take them out on the job sites anymore because I got these other ones. Now, in case you're wondering, you see this here. I don't know if you can see that. It doesn't have the insert. Now, it's recessed in. A lot of you guys know this very well. This came out a long time ago. This is the 895. The 895 has got a quick release right here, so it's got a little button right there. You just push it and it'll pop it right out of there, and then you can just push it in. Now, you know, even like compared to this one, you know, where it ain't got that quick insert where you can insert the bit in there. This one does that. You know, even as old as it is, man, I've had this. I think I bought this in probably like 2012, something like that. And this one, man, I used this for many years. As you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but this one's got a lot of wear and tear. You know, been using it for many years. I mean, it's been over a decade. You know, we're looking at like 12 years I've had this thing, and it still, I mean, it still operates. It's still got the the tripod lights on it, the LEDs. Not very bright compared to the newer ones, but still got it. And you know, I had like 2 of these back then, but of course now this is discontinued. You can't get it no more. Now, as far as torque wise, this is like 1700. This is not the 1825 like the rest of these. But as far as the or I'm sorry, I said that wrong. This is only 1500 torque, and then it's got 2850 RPMs. Now this, being this, out of all these that are across here, this is probably one of the lowest, besides, you know, one I got sitting over here. But this here is, you know, as far as a beast mode back then, this was it. This was the bee's knees. You know what I mean? I absolutely fell in love with it back then, and I still enjoy it. You know, it's just, it doesn't have the torque or the power like these other ones, but man, it got the job done. You know, I couldn't tell you how many decks I've built with this thing, you know, through the years. You know, it's just been an awesome tool. My other one ended up breaking, which I ended up losing it, or maybe it got thrown out or something. But I did have 2 of these, and now I'm just left with the one. And now you can't buy them. You know, they're very sought after. If I ever see one of these for sale or whatever, I'll snatch it up. They're very those 895s, man. They're awesome. I do like that little button. You know, you push that button and it pops the bit out. That it makes it for a quick exchange. I don't really know why DEWALT quit making these. Maybe they had a problem with the you know, the bit holder or whatever, the system of this. You know, if anybody else knows, just comment in there and let me know, man, because I kind of like to know why this got discontinued. This is a really, really awesome impact. Going over to the this one here, of course, that's an 887, and then I got another 887. So yeah, I got 3 of them sitting out there. These 2 retired. You know, pretty much as you can see, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've switched everything to my power stacks. I love power stacks, man. Absolutely love the especially the 1.7s, just because they're so light. You know, recently they came out with the 8.5 or 8.0 and the 5s. Now the 5s, I got a couple of those. I don't have any of the 8s right now. I don't know if, really, to be honest with you, I don't know what I would use those for, because everything else I got, like, you know, 60 volts, and, you know, got the 9 amp hour 60 volts, and then a 6 amp hour 60s. So I don't really need, I mean, for what I do, how I use things, I don't think I really need the power stack 8 amp hour. But I got, like, you know, 4 of these 5s, and I probably got probably 15 of these smaller batteries. So I've switched everything over to the smaller batteries. I like my impacts running off of these, just because it keeps it light. I mean, you can see how much more bulkier that is compared to, you know, and that comes with weight. So when you go up with power, you know, that is going to give it a little bit more power. I got a 850 sitting here compared to, I mean, I don't know if you can hear it. I can sit here and hear the difference between what that battery does to it. It does put a little bit more weight on it, but I'm telling you, it is more power. You do get that power, and it is well worth it having a few of those, just, you know, in case you need it, you got it. Over here, I got a 885, which you can actually still buy this. This is the brush. So everything on this table is all brushless, besides this one sitting right here. So the 885, man, it's been out for many, many years. I've built a lot of decks with them. I don't really like them. I don't prefer them. The battery I got on this thing, you know, is the 5 amp hour XR. I do like the, I am a big fan of these batteries. These batteries are awesome. So I do have quite a few of these still in my arsenal, but everything else is the power stacks. So, but this 885, I mean, man, it's literally like 1,400 foot-pounds of torque, and I don't even know as far as RPMs. It's probably running somewhere 27, 28, maybe. I don't know. It's I mean, it's just not. It's got some defaults. I mean, this thing's very used. You can see that light kind of flickering. You know, this thing's been it's been beat up, it's been used, and it's been put through the wash. So, I mean, I've built a lot of decks with it, but I just don't really prefer it, man. You know, going across this table here, you know, I mean, as you can see, I'm just, you know, I'm in the DEWALT platform, and I love it. I'm a DEWALT guy, is what I am. But going back to this, so this is the newest version as of right now. There is a newer one coming out pretty soon, but this is the newest version you can buy right now, and this is the XDT19. Now, when it comes to Makita, their numbers is on how they came out. So if you have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, you know, every time they come out with a new one, it just ups the number. DEWALT ain't like that. They're kind of random with their model numbers, but they ain't with Milwaukee or Makita. Now, Makita, this one here, this is the 19, like I said, and it's got a dual light system, one on each side, so it doesn't have the 3 like the DEWALT's version has. Now the 20 is actually coming out pretty soon, and it's very, very similar, except for I think what they did is the settings. See, I got like 4 settings, and I got a TAPCON setting there and everything, but all the settings are actually on the back, and what that did was it pushed the battery back a little bit to center your weight. So if I'm holding this 19 right here, it's kind of wanting to, you know what I mean? It's not balanced, just right. I mean, that goes the same for all these. I mean, this is, if you just put it right there in the web of your finger right there, it's still, so what they did is they're coming out with that 20. I watched a few videos on it already, and it's literally, so the battery's pushed back and it's more balanced, more comfortable. Now, as far as this 19 compared to any one of these, this 19 compared to, let's compare it to this one and then the 850. So between these 3, let's just push these out of the way. So between these 3 right here, okay, so you got 1875 torque, you got 1700 torque, and you don't even have 1600 torque on this thing. This thing here is only like it's 1590 torque is all that's on this. 1700 torque, and you got 1825. Now, between any of these that's on the board, between anything I've ever used, I would pick this on my, and I do. When I got this, I have been just using it every chance I get. It is a Cadillac to me. When you build decks and you put in screws, fasteners all day, every day, comfort, weight, everything takes in a factor. So my tool belt, everything with my tool belt is, if you watch my tool belt video, I kind of go through that about the weight of everything and keeping it down. I'm a bigger guy, so, weight is on my knees all day long, wear and tear on my knees. So weight's everything to me, especially being a bigger guy. I'm already, I'm already hurting my knees. And so I don't want to be sitting there putting on, 50 pounds in my tool belt and packing around every day. So this right here, though, as far as putting in fasteners and all this, man, I could talk about this all day long. This is my favorite. I've never experienced an impact that is so smooth and thought out. All these other ones, man, this is more, you can take it out and about, and you can, man, I absolutely love these, these 850s. I love them. I use them all the time. But if I was to pick one, I was going to use it every day, all day. And for the most part, like I switch up every now and then. But for the most part, if I want a Cadillac day, I'm taking this. This is what I pack. This 19 is awesome, man. Right now I got a 2 amp hour battery on it. I got a 5 amp. Now the 5 amp, it puts weight on it, but it does put more torque to it. Well, not more torque, just you can feel the more power it has in it. It'll last all day, that battery will. These here, I'm not really in this platform, so I only have a very limited amount of these batteries. Literally, I got 2 of these, and I have 3 of these. That's all I have. But I do have their little 6.5 circular saw that I use in this platform as well. But that's all I use. So I got that little 6.5 for a little lightweight stuff, cutting up in there, stuff like that. And then I got my 7 1/4 60 volt DEWALT that, I keep at the sawhorses and all that. But, so I don't need a whole lot of batteries for this, because this is all I use. This and then that saw, So I put one of these in that saw. I can even put one of these 2 amp hour batteries in that saw, and it'll last all day. It's the little subcompact, the black version of the 6.5 Makita. And man, it's lightweight, it's awesome. Not really, I wouldn't want to just use it all day on, it's only throwing like what, 5,000 RPMs compared to the 60 volt DEWALT. It's rolling at like 5,800 RPMs on that saw blade. So it's not going to be at my sawhorse, but it's awesome to be cutting stuff up in there and everything, cutting my joists and all that. But kind of got off topic a little bit there. But this right here, yeah, man, it is a Cadillac. It's smooth. It's just awesome to use, man. I got the trigger in itself is just so smooth. I can just give it a little, and I can still do the same thing. But when it ramps up like that, this one's just more smooth. It doesn't really, not too much torque to it when it's ramping up. So you can be a little bit more gentle with this, as far as, a little bit more finesse with your screws or whatever. But it is a Cadillac. I love it. So that's pretty much my video. I kind of went through, spilled out my guts on this. I just wanted to do a video, kind of ran a little long, but wanted to do a video on my day-to-day stuff and what I do, and going back to this one, just to finish off the video, going back to this one, I am really proud of my son for buying this, for spending his own money and getting this set. It is a awesome set, and I think he's got a saw. He's got a 6.5 inch saw in this platform. I think he's probably going to end up, he really likes the platform, so he's going to end up in this Milwaukee platform. So when he comes to the job site on me or with me, you'll see you'll see his red and then all my yellow. You know what I mean? I got the black and yellow, black and yellow. There you go, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.